With all of the recent Amazon piracy blogs, everybody was fearing on their Android TV, Google TV device, the next time they open up Downloader, they then try to sideload one of their favorite third-party applications. And what did they see? They see an error like this. Now, this is something that everybody feared since Google announced a couple of months ago that they'll be changing how Android TV or Google TV allows sideloading only for verified developers. So if you are a developer with your favorite streaming application, unless you verify your identity, unless you provide government papers, your application will not be allowed to be installed on any certified devices. So you can imagine it was pretty shocking. And for most third-party applications, those developers are never going to verify the identity, which means those applications will now no longer work on Android TV or Google TV devices. Now, there was a workaround which was mentioned before, which was to use ADB. Now, using ADB means that you'll not be restricted to the same developer verification, and you can go ahead and install your favorite third-party applications. But as of today, the 13th of November, Google have now changed their stance on this, actually for the better. So as you can see here, as reported today, breaking news, Google is easing up on Android's new sideloading restrictions. And let me just say big thanks to Blade, who actually told me about this breaking news. And that really is one of the best things about this streaming community, where I don't claim to know everything about everything out there, but with you guys sending me emails, with you guys leaving comments, together we can collaborate, share our experiences, and just build the best streaming community on YouTube. So many thanks for being a part of that. Okay, so it says here that Google will allow experienced users to install Android apps made by unverified developers. I mean, really, it's a 180. It's a complete turn from what they're saying before, where they were saying that every app has to be verified, every developer has to be verified. But now they're saying they're going to allow experienced users to basically bypass that restriction. Interesting which application they use in the demonstration. Do leave me a comment below if you know what this application is. But it says that Google is now making life easier for experienced users to install apps made by unverified developers. And ultimately, that's really the crux of this whole issue, whereby I've purchased a device, I understand the risks, I know what's going on. How can Amazon or Google tell me what's safe for my device? If I understand the risks, I should be allowed to install any application that I like. And that's really one of the previous benefits of Android, where you really had that flexibility, but it does seem over time they have imposed more and more restrictions. But at least so far we can say with this one, it does look like a positive change. It says that the company is building advanced flows to allow these users to accept the risk. So again, yeah, give me the prompt, tell me that, are you happy to accept this risk to install TV May or Cinema something or Be something, wherever the application is. As long as I'm happy to accept the risk, let me install it on my device. And again, it looks like with this new updated workflow, that will be allowed for experienced users. It does mention here that previously the only supported method was with ADB. Now, again, ADB works absolutely fine. And for the experienced user, really it wasn't going to be a problem for them, because they can use ADB and they can push and install any application that they like. But for the general average user, ADB is going to be too much work. And until we had this updated news today, it was going to be a case of those users would just not be able to use their favorite third-party applications on Google TV devices. But again, with this updated news, it looks like novice users, beginner users, they can just click on OK, accept the risks, and go ahead and install any application that they like. So back in August, Google made this announcement. Android will now block apps from unverified developers. This obviously sparked a lot of backlash from power users who felt like this will effectively kill sideloading, which I think is a fair statement. But to address that, you can say that the company is now building advanced workflow that will allow experienced users to accept the risk before installing this third-party software. So in the blog post, they say they will allow this advanced workflow, which is intended for developers and power users who have a higher risk of tolerance and want the ability to really install wherever they like. And because of that, they can use this workflow and go ahead and install any application that they like. So it does again say that it will include clear warnings to ensure that we understand, which is fine. I don't mind accepting 10 warnings, but at the end of the day, if I purchase a device myself, I should be in complete control with whichever applications I want to install, or really just do whatever I want on my device because I purchased it. Maybe somebody should tell that to Amazon. So that although they haven't actually shared exactly what this new flow will look like, it should be a lot easier than using ADB. And looking at some of the previous statements, it looks like it's just going to be a pop-up warning, accept the risk, and you can go ahead and install any application that you like without resorting to hacking methods or manual commands or anything like that. You can once again sideload your favorite application. So I think with all of the news that's happened recently with Amazon, and then many people were saying, what's the point of jumping over to Google TV? Google TV, once this new restriction comes out, they'll also be blocking unverified developers. But great news, as I've shown today, it looks like they will have an option for experienced users who can then go ahead and install any application that they like. So just a quick video today, guys, just to share this breaking news. Make sure you're subscribed with all notifications, and I'll hopefully catch up with you guys real soon. Thanks.